A guy I'm really proud of through 7 days is Trevion Thompson. I mean, he's a guy that kind of gets forgotten a little bit. Sometimes at that position, we've had a lot of guys that were fortunate to come in and play as freshmen. And for Trevion, the situation was a little bit different because we had good numbers coming, and so we knew he was going to be a good player. But I'd say he's a little bit further ahead than where maybe some of us expected him to be. And so that's critical in the 9-man position where Mike Williams is. As a coach, the thing that you get excited about, is to see a guy like Mike Williams go make a big play, and then 2 plays later, there's Trevion going the other way, making another big play. And because it's important, the depth. Obviously, you got a long season and a tough schedule. You got to have more than just those front 3 guys. And so I would say Trevion, Jermon Hopper has had the best. Few practices that he's had in a while. His attention's been a lot better, and I think he's always had a talent. It's never been an ability issue with him. It's always been a focus and just consistent commitment to doing the right things on and off the field to be a great player. And I really like the way that he's working. And then Hunter Renfro, he's a guy nobody really wants to talk about and think about, but I mean, he's just consistently day after day making plays, and so he's working to find his way for a seat on that bus.
Do you find out a little bit more about your guys, maybe character-wise, during this time of year? Because there's no game right around the corner. I mean, this is all work.
Yeah, it is, and I think it tells you the guys that love football and the guys that just do it. And the guys that love it are taking advantage of every opportunity. Today was practice number 7. I mean, we're halfway through spring practice. We've got 7 more practices. Spring game's number 15. And the guys have been really good focus. They've got a good work ethic. A lot of that comes from leadership. I just feel like we've got a really good core group, that have been in the program for a while with Coach Swinney, and kind of the culture that has been developed. You just see those leaders just kind of taking over and taking those young guys, and the young guys don't know any different. And so we've been pleased with that.
Has Sharon shown?
All right, well, good to get back on the field today. The big challenge to our guys before we broke was that we couldn't start over today. We really have to keep moving forward, and I thought we were able to do that today. There were still, a few guys that I felt like maybe were still a little bit on spring break, but for the most part, I thought the guys came to work today and were very focused on what we were trying to do. We got a lot of work to do these next 3 weeks. It's critical. We got a lot of development and a lot of evaluation to get done in the next 3 weeks. We've spent a lot of time these first 7 practices, really fundamentals, drills, technique, installation, and the way our spring is structured. We've got some scrimmages and half scrimmages that are kind of purposely scheduled toward the latter part here so that we can really evaluate now that we've had a good foundation the first half here. So that'll start on Wednesday. We've got the first full scrimmage Wednesday in the stadium, and I'm really anxious to see them perform. Where it's not scripted, situational type of things. It's just put the ball down and go play. So be a big day for a lot of these guys. But as far as today goes, I thought it was a good start and good to get back out on the field.
Did everybody make it back without incident?
Yeah, no issues. Yeah, really proud of our guys. Again, good focus. I think this is not going to be as many seniors as we had last year, but this is already, all indications are this is a very serious group of leaders that I think understand, their role and the importance of their role, and they've done some things on their own that I've been pretty impressed with. But, we actually got back together last night, had meetings last night, and everybody there, and everybody in good spirits and was ready and eager to get back to work.
There were several guys who did work out and kept themselves going through that week. What does that say about them, and is that a big deal?
I don't have a problem with guys taking a break. I mean, that's what it's designed for. Everybody needs to take a break every now and then and unplug. But everybody has their own drive, and some guys, even though they are taking a break, they still, whether it's mentally or physically, don't want to have to start over. So and that was one of the things that we challenged them with is make sure that you're doing some things mentally and physically, even though you're not grinding like you do with school and practice and all that. Just carving out a little bit of time, during your off time to just stay sharp. And I think most of these guys did a nice job with that.